league, but for how much longer? Resolve weren't supposed to be down here. They were supposed to be fighting for a much higher spot in the competition than this. But now Solary, who have actually had quite a few upsets over the recent years, looking to get one more.
I mean, K-Dot could do one more massive solid for his old team in Vitality. They win this, they eliminate Resolve from the rest of the season, and Vitality will lock in London. It does feel like a stretch, just considering how the form of these two teams have been for a while. But who doesn't love a little bit of Rocket League magic? Okay, Cash, he hates it.
Yeah, Cash doesn't like magic. He just wants to get this over and done with. He's like, what are we doing down here? Yeah, K-Dot, you're not reading that, bro. And it's in your net, 1-0. Yeah, I do think that if Solary are going to win this, they need to stay with Resolve. You cannot let them get too far ahead here, or else, you know, looking at how low Astral's already starting off versus his desk, you know, if he sinks any deeper, if the vibes don't stay semi-high, I mean, he's going to be under that thing. He's not going to be able to see his monitor, so they need to be positive. They've got to stay right there. Tying them, and oh, that was a good chance. K-Dot denied by Ivan.
It's a good spot for him to be in. Chaussette decides to go straight for net. Actually did have the option for the infield, but didn't quite get it over. So now Cash, again, trying to find outplays. Said makes it awkward. Chaussette's had an argument with the post. And that means that they can continue the offense should they choose to, which they have.
That was nearly a disaster for Solary, but they've gotten away with one there. And they're still looking to get their full rotation established. K-Dot's missed, and now Chaussette's done a lot of boost. They've got to try and get boosts in these positions. Everybody's just scrambling around the pitch. Here comes K-Dot. He's going to put it in an awkward spot, but Raziers handles it well. Astral just forcing there to get Chaussette into the game. And oh, nice pitch of defense by Chaussette, but Cash saw it coming.
Yeah, Cash has been just fully in control of the midfield up to this point. K-Dot goes up for it, waits backboard. Can he find the angle? He's not going to have the opportunity to. We see a few demos coming through as well. Still only maintains the 1 goal difference. Cash is... I don't know who annoyed him, but he seems very angry that he's in this match. He's going for demos. He's diving every challenge. Really see what he's been doing off the ceiling. Raziers now with the pass down to Ivan. And that's underneath. Goes through the legs.
Yeah, really nice finish as well. This is something Resolve have done well all day when we have been watching them, as they've had that supporting player coming in at the back post, making it very difficult for the defender to cover the infield pass and also just catch up if the ball starts running away towards the back post like that. This time K-Dot couldn't make it. It's 2-0 Resolve. You know, when they have played on the mainstream today, they've been flawless. 3-0 earlier on, then they went off the mainstream, lost twice, and now they're back in the mainstream and they're up 3-0 again. This is more like it from Resolve, who want to go to the playoffs for the 3rd time in this split.
It's starting to get a little bit painful to watch, really. This is not how I want to see my heroes. Getting smacked around a little bit here. Solary just a step off the pace. And Resolve continue to be very upset that they are in the 1 and 2 rounds. Just need to, I don't know, it feels like the basics aren't quite clicking at the moment here for Solary. This is a little bit better. Backboard, here comes K-Dot. There's nothing on the shot.
Yeah, it's just not good enough from Solary when it comes to putting in the final touch. Oh, that's a lot better. Astral not able to get the last touch that he needed, but he definitely had a couple players scrambling in Resolve's defense there. He has 3 goals. It seems like a lot to come back from, especially against such a mechanical team early on. Resolve have been able to just simply be faster and have better boost management, more efficient on the pitch by a fair margin. You would expect that these days. Unfortunately for the old guard, these guys have been in some of the best form that we've ever seen from them recently. They're definitely bringing it today. It's not too far yet, though. 2 minutes ago, they seem like they've stabilized. Solary looking to get another attack going, but denied once again by Cash.
Trying for the infield. Ivan is there. Good solid week before his opponent is. Raziers now off the side, can still continue to chase up. As this player's on the ball right now, I feel Solary will need to see really pop off. I know we've sort of been talking almost in the past tense a little bit of a way regarding Solary, but Astral is still very recently top form. A lot of people still believing that he can be on a top team, but he needs time on the ball here, and he needs to cause a lot of damage when he gets time and space.
Get up, looking for another ceiling reset. Everything's just been read easily by Resolve towards the tail end of this game. They've been on the ropes a couple of times, but nothing too serious as they cut off infield passes, intercept aerial plays, and then going the other way. I mean, you can't say the same thing about Solary as Resolve keep them guessing. That does seem to me to be the problem. What can Solary do that Resolve can't handle? I mean, we know Astral's capable of incredible things. Even this season, we've seen him score some worldies, but there's been no goals for him today on the mainstream as Cash puts in a 4th. It's a dominant display in game 1 for Gridiron Resolve. Astral with a very poor touch in defense there as he was under pressure.
I think for me, like, this all starts off for Solary. They've got to start hitting the ball a little bit cleaner. If there's anything that we know these players can do, it is get some powerful touches, but it seems like every time they are in a good spot to even half volley it, the ball's not really going much of anywhere, and you would expect better. A good example there from Astral. Just gives an opportunity for Resolve to reset, to enjoy their spot.
Okay.
Well, they enjoyed it momentarily. K-Dop levers it in.
Still one thing you can rely on K-Dop to do, just booming the ball on target. No nonsense Rocket League. Just past the keeper for their first goal. They're on the board. K-Dop still banging in goals in May 2024 RLCS main events.
So, World's Finals after World's Finals for K-Dop. I already know that he can deal with the big situations, the big occasions. He's now called back in. Would have needed to see somebody chasing up. That person is Astral, but this game is very long gone. I feel a little bit more confident saying it this time around than I was in the Gentleman's match previously. And if it does suddenly fall downhill, I'm going to feel targeted in a bit of a way, but it is going to be game number 1 for Resolve, and Solary looking for answers heading into game number 2. Cash can own goal this. Oh.
Thinking about it now, he's gone low on the ball instead just to frustrate Solary even further. It's an easy win in game 1 for Resolve, but I mean, what they're doing on the pitch is far from easy. They've been just too fast, too mechanical, far too efficient for Solary in this first game to go up against in round 5 of Swiss.
I mean, they can still sort it out. They've still got the reverse sweep potential there, but yeah, I mean, given what we've seen from them as of late, and obviously we have not had the chance to really keep a close eye on their series against Oxygen to this point, I don't know. It feels like all the strengths that we've got used to seeing from Gentlemates aren't there today, and it's been very weird to watch. As Astral looking for shots set to start us off in game number 2. Caleb just covering that midfield, bumped for his troubles, also into his teammates, so that rotation has completely stopped for Solary.
Just out with a nice little drop down pass there to K-Dop, who just once again says have it, no nonsense, just sends it lengthwise. I mean, it still works to a degree this day. The good old hard clear. You never know when the opponents are going to blunder and turn it into a goal for you and your team. There's another one comes through. Razier's had to jump there. There was some physical play being attempted on the ground, but he avoided it. Now here comes Chaussette, near post pass. No one's there except Ivan, who once again covers mid.
Oh, and they've both misread that, so Chaussette's going to have to take control in the backfield. Loses his boost, almost loses his car for the troubles as well. Chaussette does well off the challenge. Solary do continue to qualify for these, and now they've reached K-Dop couldn't get across the side of the ball. We're staying 0-0, and K-Dop would want to see that a second time.
Well, you know, he did the hard part. He had a burst of acceleration that Resolve were not ready for, but he couldn't get around the ball, and at the other end, it is going to be Resolve opening the scoring again. Ivan with the insane reset pass to Cash, who's positioned aggressively, but what a reset pass by Ivan, getting an angle on the pass that Solary were just completely unprepared for.
Now to the side, they're trying to pick who's going to take this. Raziz over to Ivan, gonna double it up. Well, he did the post. Will you put this one out? And the post decided, yeah, I'm not willing to argue with you here, Ivan. I'll put this one in for you.
Raziers was actually blocking Astral from jumping there. He was chain dashing over to his head, and if Astral jumped, I'm pretty sure he's just getting clattered out of the way, so it's not like he could just jump immediately for that one. And even if you do, you might just be pre-jumping over the ball. Razier's looking to make it 3. They're just too clinical. It's Resolve roster. You know, I've got to mention, by the way, to give K-Dop a little bit of an excuse. It wasn't an easy open net to get around. I think maybe he could have waited another split second or two to try and pull up more alongside the ball, but of course when you do that, the angle becomes more difficult. So he wanted to shoot before the angle became impossible. Didn't have the pace to go around it. It looked a lot worse than it was. I'll say that much. It was a difficult open net.
K-Dop isn't going to quite get to that ball. Astral intercepts the pass. 2-0 here. And Resolve could be 1 goal away from sealing this game as well. Astral requires a little bit of help. I think he would have liked to take that actually just on the stride.
Yeah, he did not want Chaussette.
Kind of just got in the way.
Yeah, you're not on the same page there. Astral wanted to grab the boost and make a wall play. Chaussette just rushes into the corner with really no Resolve players in the area. I don't know why he was so urgent to try and make a move on the ball in that position. It's not like, you know, 2 players taking turns hitting the ball as you try and advance it is necessarily a bad thing, but when it's a free ball, I mean, take your time. And Chaussette is going to take his time here. Not able to get it past Raziers though. He finds K-Dop at the edge of the box, all over his clear. Is it just going to be too late again though for Solary? Looking to get something started, not going to happen.
Off the backboard, not a recovery here from Chaussette. Nobody else around. Sort of had a few opportunities so far where if they did have somebody else over in support, they might have at least got one. But they are respecting what Resolve have done more often than not, trying to just scramble the ball over at least the goal line. That's not going to work out for them. They are running out of time here as well. Chaussette's low boost. That goes infield. K-Dop's low boost. Astral's got 30 at the back line. Goes for a reset. Yeah, there's just no real sting to what Solary are trying here. And they are running out of time to really got anything that's going to... Wait a minute. Okay, well, that's not quite on, but still, that's about as dangerous as it's been so far.
Well, you know, Resolve have been the more clinical team. They've been much better at converting their opportunities into goals, but they've also, I think, just been better positionally. You know, we talk about the newer generation of players and the old guard, and you know, the old guard is often called the smarter players, but they're not playing this with smart. That's a great save by K-Dop. Is a huge dunk win on target, but they need more than that right now. They're not getting a whole lot going the other way.
I mean, that might at least up the pace here, give them an opportunity to start moving forwards. Astral holds the midfield at the very least, tries to get back down again. Instead, Ivan takes control. Cash already up. And Chaussette's just palm the ball back up. I really want Chaussette just to slow play a few of these. It's like he's always seeing ghosts attacking him.
You know, they have been beaten to the ball enough in this game to make them a little bit scared of waiting for any length of time at all. Yeah, I'm not as much of a fan of the way that Solary are attacking compared to this Resolve roster. I much rather see the, kind of formation you're likely to see from Resolve as they advance. This is final seconds now. It's not going to happen for Solary as they look like they drop it the second game in a row here. Triple match point to Gridiron Resolve. But try and look at how Resolve support the attack with their second man. So often it's a far post approach. Someone's in space, giving the passing players so many options for the center ball, whereas when Solary attack, they're kind of all in a line. It's a bit old-fashioned, which makes sense. They are, the old guard, so it makes sense they would play like it. But it is a bit of an outdated playstyle to always have your supporting player directly 3-0. Now 2-0 in game 3. I mean, what is going on? They just can't get a goal against Oxygen, who are more known for their offense, really. But let's get back to Solary versus Resolve game 3. Can the old dogs show any fight in this series, or is it going to be over after just one more effort?
We'll see. Just haven't quite had the positioning so far in the rotation.
Ooh.
We'll see if that will change. As K-Dop did dive on in after a very nice play there from Astral. Chaussette also dives. Astral has to do a decent amount of work just to get himself into a good spot. It'll be good here to see. I want to see Solary play what's in front of them, not what they're expecting to happen, because they're expecting to happen seems to be Resolve that are 2 times faster than they actually are. Oh, that's a huge dunk. Is Cash going to get there in time? No, not quite.
They just need a little bit of patience, a little bit of control in defense. It would go a long way. Just trying to stop the panicking moments from occurring. Let's see if they're going to be able to get anything going in offense. They've trailed early in both games. This game, they will get one going. What a shot by Chaussette. And I love his position in this play. I called out in the last game. This time he's a bit more middle and he's so ready to attack that. But what a shot, my word. Huge power on that one.
That's an absolute thunderbolt. My goodness. Well, if we've seen anything from K-Dop and Chaussette, they can shoot the ball. That is certainly not something that is an issue for them. Anything, I think there's a few teams that might be wanting to have a message with them and say, all right, how on earth are you doing that so well? You just keep hitting the post and the crossbar. As now Astral does have the boost to work with, chooses to go early with the jump, gets it midfield, and the ball whistled past him.
That's a weird one because it looked like he was going, but he might have tried to dunk on the goalie who didn't end up hitting it, and now the other way is Cash with the redirect. And for him, that's just an easy open net finish. Double commit by Solary after nearly scoring. It's just all gone wrong and they've lost their lead.
Still brilliant communication there from Resolve. Cash immediately knew, I'm just going to sit myself further down the field. I can be the option if we need it. And after that double commit, it was pretty much job done from there, as Ivan up against both K-Dop and Astral, who will be moving in very shortly. Chaussette awaits, dives in as third. K-Dop's low, but he still popped that ball up, but Astral might have wanted the infield.
I think maybe K-Dop thought twice about hitting that too hard, wanted to lob it awkwardly on target. I'm assuming he still had his dodge available. It didn't look like he jumped for that long, so he opted for the awkward slow shot, kind of straight at the body of his opponent, hoping to force a bad save. But Resolve have been fairly consistent in this series. I don't think that's likely to happen. Raziers with a downward double read makes it 2-1. You can't leave your backboard open like this against a player like Raziers. He is going to slam it, and he's going to follow up. Chaussette couldn't get there with very little boost at his disposal.
There's something about being able to read the backboard like that just makes me intensely jealous. That is ridiculous that they can see that arc towards the very top and just go, yep, I know exactly where this is. I'm just going to stop boosting. I'll drop on it. It'll be completely fine. It's a position that these players have been in thousands of times before. They know exactly where the ball is going to drop. As Astral's there.
Okay.
Into it. That was K-Dop instead, actually. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, great movement by K-Dop. He didn't have a lot of boost in the approach there. Had to dodge to get some momentum, but he went the perfect direction and shot it low underneath the very high placement for the last man on the backboard. I got some news for you, Shogun. I know you love your 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 in a best of 5. How about a 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 to win a best of 5 3-0? Have you ever seen one of them before? Oxygen over Gentlemates with the perfect 3-0, 3-0, 3-0 to win 3-0.
I'm gonna try and Bagsy that as sweep right there. Or sweep cubed? Yeah, sweep cubed actually can work as well, I guess, for that. By the way, hit us up with all your suggestions. As Astral wants to try to hit up his opponents with a decent play here. Goes off the ceiling, drops off to K-Dop. K-Dop tries to go. Ivan jumps. Ivan wrong-footed himself.
Well, Ivan didn't expect a heavy last touch by K-Dop. He's thinking K-Dop's going to air dribble this slowly, surely, preparing himself to try and dodge an air dribble bump or get a goal side 50. No, K-Dop just hits it heavy, and they take the lead again.
I will say, it is a slower pace, and we have seen previously teams struggle with this on occasion, where they're just a step behind where they're expecting to be. Resolve cannot afford to fall into the pace of their opponents. They haven't done here.
Man.
And Raziers has got a brace.
Oh, yeah, no, they fixed their offensive woes, but the defense is still looking pretty shambly for Solary as they drop the ball in front of their own net there. K-Dop not getting anything on the clear. And they've just not been there for each other in defense in this game when misses come through, and they will come through even at the highest level. You want to have someone else there to clean up the mess, someone in support. And Solary just haven't had those players coming through in rotation at the key moments.
K-Dop is going to turn. Comes out well on the challenge against 2. Now off the wall. Not their first against Cash. Chaussette moving in with pretty low boost. There's a very awkward angle here from Astral. Didn't get the best first touch. Raziers is just everywhere at the moment. He's launched. Astral leaves hit. Good communication between the two. That looked like it could have gone very wrong. Chaussette just wants anybody to challenge him, and his opponents are not allowing him that satisfaction for now, Johnny. Cash sidewall, double read. K-Dop's having none of it either, and he has continued to chase off the backboard. Ivan has to get there first.
Another redirect attempt by Cash. That one lacked the necessary juice to make its intended target. Can Solary keep their season alive? Can they keep this event alive? Chaussette's done well there. Astral was there to support. Those are the kind of follow-ups they need to just make sure the ball actually does go clear in defense.
Off the backboard, Astral is going to turn from the wall. Heavy first touch, but he did get the reset, so it's still enough to be played. Chaussette sticks around, lofted first touch, continues to attack Razir's car. Caleb against Ivan. Caleb wins that pretty handily, actually. And Razir's now off the backboard. Oh my goodness, what power to Cash, who I think, and this might be controversial, everyone, is after another redirect. Seems like that's how he wants to finish the series.
Target man Cash, he's on the backboard, double tap, 4-3. I mean, just pick him out. If he's in front of you, hit it near him, he'll do the rest. What pace to attack the backboard. Cash puts Resolve ahead with just 10 seconds left on the clock.
It was just that moment. Cash decided he was no longer messing about. Don't care about getting that redirect anymore. I'm just going to hit it backboard. It'll be fine afterwards. Ivan fakes out K-Op, who's forced to look a little bit silly as he drives inwards. If that ball hits the floor, it will be Solary eliminated. Chaussette keeps it up. Immediately challenged by Cash. Hits the arc of the ball. Astral tasked with keeping this alive. Ivan, that's on target. Chaussette gets to it. Caleb's on absolutely nothing, though. Still requires some support. Every player is going, but that ball is still moving.
I mean, this is still very good for Resolve. They've got everybody in the play, and the flip reset to clear it will seal the deal. Resolve are just too strong. And that is the end of Solary's tournament. It was great to see them putting up a fight in this game, but they were just outmatched at both ends of the pitch today, Shogun. And yeah, Resolve are going to go into round